Hey everyone, it's me again, Anya, and today I just wanted to talk a little bit about just being trans and things I've been feeling recently in regards to my transition. Um, it's I realize it's pretty much one of the main topics of this YouTube channel. Like even if I'm not talking about it directly, the fact that I am like here presenting as I am, talking like I am, it really is kind of it permeates everything I do and it permeates my whole life, both when the camera is on and when it's not on. And it's a really weird thing to get used to it. Like, it's kind of funny to think that I am thinking about it being trans, right? I'm transitioning. I'm thinking about it almost all the time. When I'm home, when I'm outside, when I'm at work, when I'm with friends. I am almost always to some extent thinking about it. And it used to be a lot more overwhelming. And in that sense, I do think that therapy has helped. But sometimes it is still overwhelming, but I've learned to manage it quite well. It's just, it's a lot of things that come because, oh, sure, I'm thinking about being trans, but there's a lot to that. And there's a lot of, like, I guess, thoughts that you need to arrange in your head in such a way that it doesn't become overwhelming. But what brought all of this to mind the other day, I was watching one of the first videos that I uploaded on this channel, and I think either the very first one or one of the first ones, way back in December, which seems like quite a while ago, but it honestly wasn't. Like, it's that weird amount of time where it has been a while, but also like it doesn't fully feel like it's been a while, and it also kind of feels like it hasn't. It's really funny. But anyway, and I was so shocked at my voice and how it sounded back then, because when I recorded that video, I remember thinking to myself like, "Oh, you gotta make the voice like a girl. You gotta pitch your voice up." And when I finished recording that video, I thought to myself, "Oh my God, I sound so girly right now," and it was crazy because I was so shocked at what I can achieve back then when I hadn't really taken it too seriously to like talk with this voice. But when I'd heard back that video, I was like, oh my God, I sound like a man. And I don't know, like, I just thought to myself, like, what was I thinking? Like, did I really think I sounded like a girl? And I compared that to one of the more recent videos that I've uploaded, and it completely blew my mind. Um, just how much I've progressed almost without realizing. And it's so crazy because I'm not thinking about it until I look back on it. Uh, I mean, sure, I don't really talk with this voice with anyone except this YouTube channel, um, which is why I'm also so grateful for this channel because I get to practice my voice more when I record. Because sometimes not all the videos come out in the first take, so I get to talk more, and it's really nice. But because I don't use this voice when I go out in public, for example, I don't really think about it. There are other things that take uh, higher priority, like how I dress and how I look, my makeup, how I'm walking. Right now, I'm working a lot on how to walk like a woman, or just how women tend to walk. Um, and so I hadn't really thought about how much my voice has changed until I compared these two videos that I've uploaded. And like sure, it's just it's crazy how much progress I've made. But I feel like I'm at a point in my transition where I need to define new goals because, and this is some really good news in my life, I am pretty close to getting the HRT, the hormones that I want to get. This Thursday, I am filming this on a Monday. This Thursday, I am getting my indication letter from my therapist that basically diagnoses me with woman. It's a letter that says, oh yeah, this person is transgender and they have felt this gender dysphoria for so long, and it would really help them if you would prescribe them hormones, basically. I'm getting that on Thursday, and that is like, sure, I don't get the hormones yet. Now I have to go to a endocrinologist, and I go there next Tuesday, the 23rd of June. But this thing that I'm getting on Thursday it is the biggest hurdle. It is the thing that takes the longest, the most amount of time, and the most amount of money. And I am finally getting it. So I think the hardest part of this struggle is over. But the thing is, I realized from the moment I came out as transgender publicly, and some time before, the goal I had in mind was like, oh, I need to start hormones as soon as I can. I need to transition and get to that point. But now that about to get to that point, now that I'm gonna be getting the hormones pretty soon, I'm thinking to myself like, oh, well, what then? Like not in the sense like sure the idea is sure keep transitioning, keep improving my appearance, refining my appearance, practicing things like my voice, my walk, my clothes, my makeup, and just my identity because I've come to a place where I can accept myself very much, and I'm excited to continue changing myself. Um, but specifically when it comes to the hormones, I mean, I feel like just knowing that I am on hormones, it is gonna get rid of a lot of the gender dysphoria because I know that it's doing its thing, and I know that it takes time. So I'm not as worried about that. But I am like, well, I still feel like I need to have some idea of where I'm going because it's not just progress for the sake of progress if I don't know what I'm progressing towards, if that makes sense. I'm a woman. I know I'm a woman. I don't necessarily struggle with that, but there's a lot that comes to that, right? Especially as I continue transitioning and I am more public about it and I'm perceived by more people and I pass more. It is important that I have a very solid idea of who I am and who I want to be. Um, and it surprises me that I do pass sometimes. Today at the grocery store, I was called uh, der Frau, as in like the woman, but like the masculine article, because English doesn't have that, but German does. So that the person that called me that must have been a little confused as to whether I'm a man or a woman, and it's funny and it's also very reassuring. I feel lucky that I have friends that care about me and just kind of respect my name and my pronouns. It is crazy to them. I almost feel like it's easier for them to make the switch than it is for me, which is fucking crazy. I mean, I guess it makes sense because I'm the one struggling. I'm the one that has to, deal with more at a time. And I'm glad for them it's easy, but it sure as hell isn't easy for me. But I'm making good progress. That's the point. But yeah, it is Pride Month too, so it is nice to see a lot of positivity online. Well, a lot of positivity amongst the negativity, but I surround myself with positive influences, which is very nice. Um, but I noticed the more I see like posts on Instagram or videos on YouTube about Pride Month and about uh, people being open about their identity and their experiences, being queer in general, I realized that I I feel represented, by trans people, right? I feel represented in ways that I don't think I've felt represented by anything or anyone before. And it's kind of crazy because, like, sure, I've always been on board with the whole LGBTQ movement, and I've always been extremely supportive of all these causes and people in my life that have been, uh, that trust me enough to come out as queer to me, and I've always valued that, and I always considered myself part of this movement as well. But I never felt as represented by any of these, uh, I guess, sections of the broader community until I came out as trans. And now I feel very strongly represented, not just in communities, but also by media. Video games and movies and songs and artists and YouTubers that just appeal to me more because they've suddenly turned into a safe space for me. And I've become ever so more appreciative that the fact that they exist, and I'm just happy. I'm happy that I have that in my life. But yeah, those are important goals. Just kind of reflecting back on this journey that I'm embarking on. I get that this isn't the most interesting video. I have more videos filmed. I will get to upload them, but I'm just kind of doing too well at the moment. Uh, I'm doing so well that I kind of forget to, share it with people. I'm glad that I can find that happiness in me, just myself. Um, my parents are visiting soon, in July, and I'm kind of scared because I don't know how much I should share with them about what I've been doing. Because this is a journey that I've undertaken mostly by myself. Um, of course, the fact that I have a job has helped me a lot, because I'm able to do these decisions by myself. But I don't know how they'll feel, and that worries me. Um, they don't know a lot of things about what I've been doing and what I intend to do, so I think I have to be very careful about how I word things, because I understand that these aren't topics that they understand, and that is not fully their fault. But I still don't want it to be more stressful for me or for them. So I guess we'll see how that goes. What else? How long has it been since I came out? Almost a year, actually. In August, I think. Very beginning of August is when I came out. So we're about a month and a half away from that, and I'm very excited. It's fucking crazy. So much time has passed, and I feel good about myself, and I'm doing great things. Anyway, one more sip of tea. Mm, I can show some stuff that I've bought. One moment. Yeah, I've gone out the past few weekends with friends and by myself, and I bought myself Volume 1 of Nana. Look at that. So cool. And also, look at this. Can you see that? Mm, mm, this is Bridge Over Troubled Water by Simon and Garfunkel. That is one of my favorite albums ever. And again, it's funny that I keep buying these vinyl records because I don't own a vinyl player. But I will buy one very soon, hopefully. I have a friend that graduated that had one, so I might buy it from him. But we'll see. Anyway, those are just some things that I wanted to share. This might be a filler video to many of you, but it is an important video for me because might go back and watch it 6 months from now. The way I have watched the first few videos from this channel 6 months later. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!